These college students, I don't know if they're so brainwashed, but whatever it is working, and it is so frightening that the next generation of Americans hate America. My name is Emily Austin, and this is my story.
It's sad when I hear people say they hate the U.S., they hate living here. Like Americans, right? Your fellow Americans born and raised here. Gosh, some of those people are just like, okay, leave. First of all, leave. You have the opportunity to leave. Not many countries allow that. There's not a lot of countries where it's easy to pack up and leave. You have the freedom to just leave and go. Okay, find the utopia you're looking for. Find the country that your values align with. If it's not America, go somewhere else. But more of these younger kids who are trying to embrace socialism and they have no idea what socialism is, it's like, go ahead and go to Venezuela. Check it out. Let us know how you like it. Vlog about it. Give us updates about how awesome it is to live there in a socialist country. Or there's other socialist countries too, not just Venezuela, but there's also others. Like, I can understand, like, you're not happy with the current state of the U.S. as a fellow American and you want to, have your voice heard and look for change in the country. Look for, vote for someone else or run to be a politician and try to change things. I understand it's hard and it's a long road, but if you truly believe it, you go for it. Then again, not many countries where you can go for it. There's only so few countries like the United States where we have the ability to make change if good ideas rise up to the top. There's plenty of ideas out there that just don't make it across because they're just not that good, and people get mad at each other because they didn't agree with each other. It's unfortunate, but understand the best ideas make it through.
When I was 17, I ran for Miss New York. I did not win. I did not do great either. I butchered my interview, which is so funny because now I interview for a living. And then fast forward 5 years later, Miss Universe calls me on like a random Wednesday. And they're like, do you want to be a judge for this upcoming pageant in a few weeks? And I'm like, a judge? Yeah. As a judge, I very much mind that there are trans participants. We evaluate mostly the interview because we're sitting there, it's intimate, we're discussing your woman's story. You grew up a woman, you want to influence other women, you want to change the world as a woman. And a man who became a woman can never understand that. They won't know what it's like getting your first period and being embarrassed at school and carrying a baby in your womb. You will never understand that. As much as you try to pretend that you do, you can't, and it's not personal to you. And I just think that it's like an abomination. Like, if you care about feminism and you care about uplifting women, then you would care that men are ruining women's industries now.
Damn. I just feel like half the people watching this video with me right now just left. There's something that they absolutely did not agree with, and I just feel the unsubscribes happening right now. But that's okay. That's part of social media. You get all the trolls, you get all the angry posts. It happens. When it comes to like the whole transgender, trans rights, what these trans women trying to get into women's sports and activities and stuff, me as like a biological male born and raised, I kind of like to step on the sidelines with some popcorn and just let biological women fight with trans women. What I find out later is someone like Bruce Jenner turns into Caitlyn Jenner, and within a few short years becomes Woman of the Year. It's like men are finding ways to just take shortcuts. Be like, well, I suck at men's sports and activities. Let me just go on the women's side and dominate. Again, I'm going to refrain from such opinions. I'm not going to say I'm for this, I'm against that. I'll just let the comment section just say how it is for me.
After meeting like NBA owners or presidents or players themselves, and I'd ask like, so do you really believe trans people should be in sports? Or like, come on, we all know it's crazy if Djokovic were to play Serena Williams as a woman and destroy her, right? So everyone's afraid of this small, loud minority that's like dictating Hollywood and dictating the sports world. Meanwhile, we're all on the same page. Canceling people who don't agree with you. You all agree with the guy you're canceling. Like, tone down. It's insane. A problem with Gen Z, we are a generation who hear one thing on the internet, especially TikTok, and we are so quick to believe it. People are now, I can't believe these words are coming out of my mouth. People are praising Osama bin Laden.
Okay, before she gets into that, it's so true how, I wouldn't even say young people. I think this goes across the entire spectrum of people who are alive. They're so quick to believe in things. Yes, I understand TikTok is very prevalent. You look at something, you go, oh my goodness, especially the shock value in it, right? People don't even question things. They don't even look up to see if it's true or not. Like, for example, the debates with President Trump and Biden. Trump was saying that there's abortions allowed even after the kid is born. Moments after the kid is born, you're allowed to execute that child. Now, did people believe that right away? Or did they say Trump is a liar? Did people actually try to fact check this? And I'm not saying go with one source, because that one source you look up could happen to be wrong as well. You have to look up multiple sources and draw a conclusion that, okay, I'm finding a pattern here that it is either true or false. But it's time consuming. No one wants to do that. We live in this society where we just want talking heads to do all the thinking for us, and we just want to believe them because they're the smartest or they speak the most elegant. So in short, please don't be so gullible. Don't believe everything you see on the internet. We all know the internet's full of crap. I don't know why people believe it right away, especially social media. Don't believe crap right away. Look it up. Be like, that is fascinating. Let me see if it's true or not. Now, this Osama bin Laden one, this was a big one. This bothered me a lot, too. Like, did you not understand that we were attacked and more than 3,000 people died in New York from these terrorist attacks? And then people were on TikTok praising what this guy was saying. I'll see what she has to say.
Americans on TikTok applauding him because he had good ideas and executed them wrong? Are you joking? These college students, I don't know if they're so attention seeking or if TikTok has really brainwashed people that much to hate America. But whatever it is working, and it is so frightening that the next generation of Americans hate America.
And that's so true. I'm not on TikTok at all. You're not going to find me there. There's already enough social medias as it is, but TikTok, I think their algorithms are meant to just cause further divide and make people dumber. And, just if you could do it at a younger generations get people hooked on TikTok and make them dumber and dumber, why not? If I was an adversary of the U.S., like China, where TikTok originally came from, or any other country, they're going to just spew all the terrible things about the U.S. and whatnot, and then before you know it, because of TikTok, you're convinced and you're radicalized, yeah, this country is terrible. Like China and Russia has, what are they called, meme farms or social media farms, whatever you want to call them, like just buildings of thousands of people where their job all day is to make the U.S. look bad with memes, trying to make entertainment, trying to get something to go viral. And they're doing it all day long. Weeks after months after years doing this. And then, us here in the U.S., the young kids look at them like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that. And they get radicalized to hate their own country. Not knowing that the reason why you're not liking this country is because people who don't like us are creating this content that you're absorbing. And the content you're absorbing is coming from TikTok that you're getting education from, when you should be getting an actual formal education from our education system. However, our education system sucks. Which is unfortunate. So how do these kids win? They're going to go to the viral thing on TikTok and believe it. It's a crazy cycle now that I think about it more.
I'm always concerned about our American military, because how are we going to have people that are willing to put their life on the line for our country if we don't even have people who appreciate our country? We're lacking brave patriots, we're lacking education, we're lacking everything that we need right now. And it's just so sad because other countries are watching that and laughing at us, as they should.
I hate to say it though, but I was in the military, I was in the Navy, and I got shot at by Yemen rebels in 2016. And you just don't understand, people do hate America. And don't get me wrong, America's not perfect by any means. But I visited enough of these, let's call them really harsh, rough countries to live at. And seeing the perspective as an American, wow, we do have it good. Because some of these countries and how the people are being treated, and there's nothing we can do about it. It's just how their governments run and how their cultures are run. It's pretty freaking rough. And it makes sense why we keep getting so many people who want to come to the U.S. And yet at the same time, people born and raised in the U.S. hate America. It's what is going on? It's these young kids need to be humbleized, They do probably just need to go to the military and see the Middle East and go, holy goodness, it is something else out here. You'll understand real quick how important our freedoms are. Freedom of speech, you can't say whatever you want out there. Freedom of religion, if you're not like a Muslim in most of these places, you're dead. They'll cut your head off. Women have like no rights in a lot of these countries. Yeah, try being a trans woman and go there.
I think there's very clear times where God is questioning, testing your morals and your ethics. Like, I'm scared of being a Jew, but I'm more afraid of what will happen if I hide my Jewish identity. Because of course my parents are like, put your star away. And, you know, I don't look at it like a choice. Because if I did put my Star of David away and I hid it, I feel like I'm allowing society to go back to Nazi Germany. But people are putting their yarmulkes away and wearing baseball caps instead of kippot. And I think it's sad because essentially we're allowing them to overpower us with fear. And as long as we're fearful, they will overpower us, so we can't. You know, as much as I am afraid and everyone's afraid, especially on college campuses, the alternative is way scarier. For Americans who are afraid to speak up, I want you to know that your silence is compliance. And I know it's like a saying everyone's throwing around now, but if you stay silent, you are going to be responsible for the destruction of our country. Because of what's happening, it is our responsibility to speak up. You know, if we reach a point of no return, it's going to be our own fault because we were too cowardly to speak. We were too afraid. If you're not doing it for yourself, do it for your family. Do it for your future children. Do it for, you know, the goodness of the world. Don't do it for yourself. Do it because it's the right thing to do.
Currently, who do you think is thinking that they're doing the right thing? You know, a lot of the brainwashed young kids, you know, fighting for Palestine, they don't even know half the history of it. They can't even point out where Palestine is on the map, you know, or where Gaza is on the map. And that's another place where you're getting all this Gaza and Palestine information is through TikTok, and then people going, oh my goodness. But they don't want to look at how much of a mess the whole thing is in the Middle East. Yeah, Israel's not perfect at all, but neither is Gaza and Palestine. So yeah, the far left young generation have zero problem speaking their mind. And like the more conservative younger generation, they're scared to say something because they feel like they'll get canceled. They'll get kicked out of their universities. They'll get harassed all day on social media and whatnot. I know I'm coming off like I'm very conservative, but I'm not. But I'm also not like crazy far left liberal. Like that's a different level for me. I mean, you're going to hear me say liberal stuff or conservative stuff. And I think that's fine. But I also think it's terrible to go only one way, left or right. I think that's a terrible place to be. And the open anti-Semitism right now in this country, it is wild to me. So freaking wild. We're, you know, a group of people who were once oppressed in Germany and Europe. Now it's okay to hate on them again? Like, that's so crazy to me. And it's so contradictory when you hear all these far left kids spewing about like, oh, love, no hate. And then they're like, free Palestine. They have no idea what the hell that means. I swear TikTok is just going to ruin our generation. Gen Z is so screwed. If you're Gen Z, please get off TikTok. It's going to save you so much stress. I think that's it for now. I hope you guys liked the video. Please comment below. I look forward to it. And please like, comment, and subscribe if you made it this far. Until next time, bye.